G'day, g'day, Pommies and Sheilas! We are back here at Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia. And that's right, we are here, 2047 BST. We are back for Tier 1 here at MRC. We are in the land of the many things that can kill you, from spiders, snakes and everything. But in Tier 2, the things that pretty much got everybody were the walls. And many front wings have been lost around this 3.2 mile circuit. Can Tier 1 get more than 12 finishers, which was ultimately the record set by Tier 2? Who knows? We will find out in due course. But as always in MRC, I am joined this evening by what can only be described as a big cat that stalks the Australian outback. He calls himself Simba, but he is not a baby lion. He is a big cat with getting the claws ready for Tier 3 on Wednesday. Mr. Dennison, how are you, sir?
Good evening, Mr. Banshee. I'm pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I am all good. Getting ready for what can only be described as potentially even more excitement than we had just recently. But
yeah, that was a bit immense.
It was a bit. It was a little bit too eventful, to be fair, because it was the fact in qualifying there was 4 people already out of qualifying, and then in the race we had 2 safety cars within 9 laps. Madness.
I don't think I've recovered yet.
Nope, I definitely haven't. Talking of recoveries and talking about all things, let's give you the rundown of the championship conditions and positions as we go. J Sarge leads the championship this time, but he is on a reduced margin, 12 points to LRL Hamburger Fan, who's on 94. Kid Dynamite just 2 points behind that on 92. Lurapel on 74. Reese, the man that you're watching now, on 58. He is alongside and joined in that position by the Blowhole Bailey. And there we are, 58. Ujoni on 45, Ofatch 41, the Rob 38, and G-Star on 36. And in the Constructors' Championship, it is the Benetton Ford Alpine team that lead the Constructors, 134 points, 6 points ahead of Alfa Romeo, 128, who are 6 ahead of McLaren on 122, who are 1 ahead of Ferrari on 121. It is all to battle for. Question is, will J Sarge get to reclaim his position or not? We shall see, because he didn't win last race, did he? I think he was beaten by LRL last race.
Yeah, did he come second, third?
I think he did.
I lost track because penalties took it all at the end of the race, didn't they?
They did indeed. We are on board with the championship leader now, though, with a Ferrari. We'll see if that car's a bit twitchy in its rear end. I'll tell you one thing, the time trial setups, as JSR said himself, do not work round here, because you are pretty guaranteed to end in the wall at some point. If you're trying to go for a little downforce, it might work for 1 lap, it won't work for more than 3 or 4. Let's see what he can do. Nicely done in the Pride, just passing Alex there. Sorry, Mark, just coming down into 9 just now, but we'll just keep an eye on him.
Judging by his pace in practice yesterday, this could be a tasty race.
It could indeed. What was that, a 121.6 he got?
Mental like that.
He's invalidated. He got too greedy coming through the chicane at turn 11. Jason, hang your head in shame. You got too greedy there, boy, and it caught you out. Listen to the Banshee. Don't get too greedy now. There you go. MRC University. Delivering feedback to Ferrari drivers since 2021.
Yeah, 121.607 was J Sarge in practice.
He's not going to get that just now, but there we go. 122.1 for Ujoni, 123.7 for Ofach, 124.2 for Rob, and Chris Bailey has just done a 124.3 in that white-nosed Williams. Alex is on a quick lap in the Red Bull. I called him last week the Qatarian sausage, of course Serbian sausage. The Alphas 1-2 again, so I'll tell you what, the Alfa Romeos have must have a bit of nitrous in their cars going around here, because they in Tier 2 did really well as well.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be another Alfa Romeo whitewash weekend.
It's all right. Bergen didn't didn't necessarily do too well in the race just gone, so you might get some luck. Nick BT's gone 6th, G-Star's gone 5th, MTO's gone 3rd. So let's see what Alex can do.
Yeah, Alex seems a good call.
Yep, Larapella's gone 2nd. He's split the Alfa Romeos at the moment. Alex, nicely done. And this is the thing, though, coming through where he is at the moment. Come through turn 12, the second part of the chicane, maybe not in the optimum line. He uses lose so much time coming down that straight towards turn 13. But let's see what he can do. He's making use of every single bit of the track. He's running wide, though, coming through turn 14, Stewart corner. Let's see. Through Prost now into that final corner. J Sarge quickest 122 flat. So after his invalidation, and Alex goes 6th. So there we are. A couple of qualifying bans though I think we've got tonight. I believe. I think Ollie's on one, and who else is on Ball Boy on one? That was there we go. There it is, and Ollie's just put the comments on. He will start from the back of the grid though. He will miss out on the melee at turn 1, 2 and 3. Saviour has gone 2nd in the Ferrari. It's a Ferrari 1-2. I wonder where we've seen that before recently.
Definitely seen a bit of that recently.
Yep, we have indeed domination by the Ferraris. Where is LRL? He is on his outlet. Let's jump on board with the Uralkali fertilizer, biggest company in the world. Haas F1 team opens up the DRS. So here he comes down now, down into turn 1. Brabham, and then nicely brought into Jones, flat out there. Have to watch it in the race. He opens his DRS there. And now coming down into turn 3, where Martin Brundle had an infamous accident in his Jordan in 1996, and so did Fernando Alonso in a McLaren against a Haas. Now coming through turns 4 and 5. Whiteford here. Nicely done, relatively flat out there, up into 7th, coming now down into turn 6, breaking down into that 4th gear, and then hitting the apex. Don't want to get too greedy on the exit because the track limits will get to you. Then coming through 8, coming now down into turn 9, Clark corner, which under the new profile circuit will be a flat out onto this corner, which is turn 10. Now coming into the chicane section, what's he going to do at the end of 2? 49.3, there it is, turn 11 and into 12. Nicely done there for LRL. Again, opens up the DRS. Codemasters are listening. Give us an idea compared to the rest of the grid where these drivers are. Would help us on the MI as we commentate our way through. Here he comes though into that final turn 15 Prost corner. Now into 16. Does he get it nicely done? Yes, he does. Upshifts it early enough. Is he going to come across the line and beat J Sarge? He's got to try and get in the 22s, and he goes 122.1. He breaks the Ferraris in 2. Good lap from LRL. Battle on.
I can hear Gunther getting really excited at the moment.
He can indeed. The other Haas down in 10th with Nick BT, but good there. Watching Kid Dynamite at the moment, 92 points in the championship for that Alpine. Bailey Band is in town, says Bergen. The Bailey Band. Well, he needs to get up a bit. I mean, come on, Bailey, get up. But anyway, here is Kid Dynamite. Let's see what he can do. Coming out, Mr. Ryan Barber. Thank you very much, sir. It was pretty much lots of screaming and squealing, and only sounds that dogs could hear. 49.5 for Kid Dynamite, so 0.2 of a second down on what LRL did through there, so he's already a couple of tenths down on what LRL.
This is not a track I'd want to be doing with no assists on.
No. I mean, it is very much a slippery track at the best of times. But here we go. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't like to do it in the rain either, to be fair. But here comes Kid Dynamite across the line into 22s, 123.0, 10th place he takes. So
it's a good banker lap.
It is indeed. Andrew is out on his quick lap at the moment, but he's invalidated. He has indeed invalidated. And Reese is retired. Now, Reese is gone, coming out. Oh, yeah. So he has. So Reese has gone exactly where... Oh, he's kind of gone down slightly there, you can see it, so he has indeed gone. So that will not be a happy place for the second Alfa Romeo, with the other one going top. Mike's invalidated, Gattian's on an outlap, G&G's in the pits, Chris Bailey is on a quick lap though. Let's see what the Bailey monster can do. The Willy boys are back in town, Chris Bailey and the Slayer, well, 16th and 17th. Hard to call that back in town, but they are there. He didn't kind of hit the apex coming out of the final corner though, but he does go into 12th, so... and again, only a 10th of a second off 9th place, and that's how close it is.
It's ridiculous for close times, is this track.
Oh, I know.
It reminds me of Brazil in that sense.
Oh, completely. If you look at 6, so Alex in 6 on a 22.8, Ofach 7, 22.8, Reese 8, 22.8, Mark Ainley 22.9, 23.0, 23.0 for Kid and Nick BT, and then you've got 23.1 for Chris Bailey. So you're talking near enough, 2 and a bit tenths of a second could leap you from 12th to 6th. Can G-Star though leap from unlucky 13 at the moment? Remember, a 49.3 was what LRL did. He's done a 50.02 tenths already down on his previous best. Mike is going again though. Tell you what, round that kind of corner at 13, it's just the way that the light is and the shadows, it looks wet. J Sarge, gauntlet thrown down by you, Joni, and J Sarge says, that's fine, I'll just go back to the top.
121.9.
Yeah. Yep, into the 21s. What can Mike do as he comes across the line, and he does go 5th. 122.5, a second quicker than he managed before. Here is Alex though, in your Red Bull team. Red Bull Racing, Red Bull Powertrains. RBR, RP, T, B, many letters. Let's see what he could do. Ollie comes out with what a lap by Jason. It is indeed, it is a cracker of a lap. Let's see what Eugoni and LRL can do. Oh, Alex mounted the dongle curves there, the sausage curves. Curbs even, not the curves.
Oh, not Alex, the sausage curbs.
I know, but he's slower. He's obviously just... He's been humped by the sausage curves there because he hasn't improved, and he's backed out there. Mark Ainley is about half a tenth up at the moment, just coming into that 10 through 11. Let's see what he can do. Remember, 49.3 was LRL. He does a 49.5, so quick lap there. But he has invalidated as well, so that is unfortunate. Gattian and the McLaren had a good result, I think, last time out in Brazil, did Gattian, if I recall rightly. Good bit of points. Adjusted quite well to Tier 1 from his starting of Tier 4.
Yeah, it does seem to be doing alright in your old car.
It does, in the
that Iron Brew power that you've put in there.
It is indeed. I'll tell you one though, Andrew is not enjoying himself in the Mercedes Sprinter van because he's invalidated again, so he's going to be hoping to get back out. Chris Bailey's gone 5th. Good lap by Chris. Missed that, but Blowhole Bailey is gone, and Andrew's lost it. Andrew's went too quick. And he has indeed lost it coming out of the 11-12 chicane. That is not going to make him a happy bunny at all. The two Mercedes going to start near the back again. Let's see, can we see as he move? Where is he? Proper lost him actually. Couldn't quite see where he was. But we have lost that Mercedes.
Coming out of the high speed chicane, isn't
yeah.
it?
He's still there at the moment. It's just when we went on board with Gattian, we couldn't quite see it. Eugoni's on an outlap, so 122.0. He's got 91 thousandths of a second to make up. Yep. I think Andrew's sentiment there is probably shared by a few people who did that in Tier 2 as well. So, unfortunately, it is the way it is. We'll keep an eye.
Look at Nick BT, I think.
Yep, the second man in the Haas, currently in 13th. coming down into that turn 4-5 complex, which again, if you get a little bit wide, you can be taken out onto the bigger sausage curbs.
Yeah, then it's a one-way ticket into the wall.
It is, exactly. He's 0.3 of a second down at the end of Sector 1 though, so keep an eye on his progress. No one else really on a quick lap, apart from the Slayer, who, well, I say quick, he's now 2.6 down. He's obviously going for a quicker lap, so we'll keep an eye. Let's see what Nick does at the end of Sector 2. 49.6, so a 10th down at the moment. But it seems to be in this last sector where he seems to be dropping the time to the likes of Joni and LRL. But as we've said, just a 10th could promote him up to the top 10. So we'll see what he can do, but he was slower than his previous lap time.
He's bailed it.
He has. It's disappointing. Understandable. He'll maybe go again. He is indeed. He is going again. We will jump though to Eugene, who is on a quick lap. Oh, that Alfa Romeo looked a little bit of a handful there coming out of turn 9. I think that'll have compromised him. There's an Aston Martin in front, and he's just below a 10th down. Oh, I'll tell you one thing, on the exit of the 12 chicane, he mounted those sausage curves. He almost launched himself into the air. Oh, and he's cleared a polystyrene board as well. There we go. Don't you worry, Sherwin. We will go on board for a lap of this circuit. Do not worry at all. Do check out Tier 2 after this race. There's a lovely on board. Let's jump on board. Who will we go on board with? I think we'll go on board with our friend O'Fatch, who's on an out lap in the Alpha Tauri, and we will do you a lap of the Albert Park circuit in March.
Careful you don't get copyrighted again.
Oh, I know. It's alright, I'll just not talk about certain things. This car that we are on board with right now, coming down the straight, Konnichiwa Beach, yes, Sherwin, Konnichiwa Beach, coming down this straight, under that bridge of a watch, coming now down into turn 1, drops it down into 4th gear, coming into the first ERS zone activation there, the rear wing of the Alpha Tauri open very much. Then coming down into turn 3, nicely done, hits the apex. Don't get too greedy there because it can spin you around, as can most of the curbs on this track. Doesn't get too bad coming out of the exit. Turn now 5, again nicely done there. What can he do at the end of Sector 1? He is about 61 thousandths of a second up. Nicely
Mark
done.
Henley's just gone into 3rd.
Wow, that's a cracking time from Mark there. Keep an eye on his teammate in the other Alpha Tauri just now, O'Fatch. Let's see what we can do. I tell you what, there's quite a few cars getting really squirrely coming out of turn 9. That just don't seem happy. He is about a quarter of a second up. LRL. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. O'Fatch coming out of the chicane again. Very light car. I really do worry for looking at some of the cars, and maybe this is the hints and tips for Tier 3 and 4. Sometimes more downforce is the key around here. You might compromise your qualifying speed, but oh, and look at that! O'Fatch has gone round, and he just got on the curbs. Oh, that is a stunner of a lap. That is a stunner of a lap from J Sarge. O'Fatch disqualified for going the wrong way. I think that's just unfortunate. Eugene has finished his qualifying lap. LRL, can he do any better? He's going slower. Mark Ainley's going slower. Saviour, he's on a fast lap. We'll watch him in that second Ferrari. Can he make it a 1-2? That is the question. As he now comes down to 11 and 12. 49.1 for Saviour. 61 thousandths of a second quicker. Now that wouldn't improve him a position, but could he make some time up as they come to the end? We've got a Haas that's just parked. I think that was Nick BT who's been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. I think he was letting people go, so no issues there. Saviour is there. Let's see what he can do. He's currently half a second near enough behind his teammate. What can he do? Can he make it a Ferrari 1-2? Opens the DRS. Coming down the pit straight. And he goes second. He does! A Ferrari 1-2. Unless anyone else, I don't think anyone else is going to. G-Star, does he improve? No. There we have it, folks. J Sarge leads a Ferrari 1-2 here in Melbourne down under. LRL makes it a Ferrari-powered top 3, but Ujori makes it a Ferrari-powered top 4 with the Alfa Romeo in 5th. Mark Ainley in the Alfa Tauri 5th. MTO Mike is 6th in the Aston Martin. Blowhole Bailey David is 7th, to give him his proper name, David Bailey Blowhole Bailey Chris. Laura Pell 8th in the McLaren. Alex 9th, and Reese does get top 10. Kid Dynamite starts in 11th. G-Star 12th. Gatian 13th. Rob 14th. Slayer 15th. Ollie and Cabo Bobai didn't had a qualifying ban, so 16th and 17th. Monster 18th. O'Fatch and Nick BT. Actually, interesting enough, because O'Fatch was disqualified, he was in 8th. He loses that time. So it is really unfortunate. Same with Nick BT. But there we go. There we go. We shall see what is happening. So there we go, folks. Qualifying results. Just read them to you. But there you go. They are there. J Sarge's Ferrari avatar. Not quite
sight, that one.
Yeah, it is. I'm not quite convinced on it though, if I'm being perfectly honest. I maybe think he needs to consider switching teams for next season. I maybe think he needs to maybe go into the, I don't know, maybe a Williams or a Haas. I think a Haas would be good for him. J Sarge and a Haas.
How about an ice cream van? He'd still win.
Exactly. J Sash, we could call him. There we go, J Sass. Getting ready for the Tier 1 Australian Grand Prix. So there we are, Konnichiwa Beach. Hope you got some tips and hints and all that jazz from that onboard there with O'Fatch before. As I said, do check out the Tier 2 race after Tier 1 is finished, folks. Do go onto the YouTube channel, do click on the like, do click on subscribe, do click on the bell and ding that bell, and we will notify you any time that we go live. We are live at least 5 times a week. Tiers 1 and 2 on a Monday evening, Tiers 3 and 4 on a Wednesday evening. MRC X makes its return for its inaugural season under the new guise of MRC on a Friday evening. And then occasionally practice sessions as well. You get your MRC fill every single day of the week. Near enough. There we go. Predict pit stop strategy, soft to hard, soft, medium. Given the fact that I think we will get a safety car, at least I suspect we will have more stops. Let's look at the tyres. Probably no surprises there. A couple of people in the bottom 10, going for the soft compound tyres. And that's Gatian and Rob. Rob looking to go, not the alternative strategy, which sometimes he does go, but going for those softs. So looking to make a good start. The rest of them looking to go long. Predictions? Who do we think will win? That is the key. It's a Ferrari 1-2, so good opportunity for constructors' points there. But we will see what happens. LRL 3rd, Johnny 4th. As we said, Mark Ainley in 5th there. Yep, Mandy, you're right. Haas seems not so bad this year. It's the Mercedes powered cars that seem to be bottom of the pile. Yep, they are indeed.
I suspect a Ferrari for a win here.
Yes, I'm going to go a Ferrari powered car for the win, because I'm not quite convinced that a Ferrari will win this race.
Anybody think we're in 2022 already?
No, tell me about it. I would expect, knowing Codemasters, that we should get the first teaser drop of information for F1 2022 in April, followed by release around about, so usually around about July time, June, July, I think it is. It comes out. Usually comes out around about British Grand Prix weekend, Austrian Grand Prix weekend. So we will keep an eye on that. I'll tell you, wait a minute, there is a huge gap between Eugenie in 4th and Mark Ainley in 5th. I'm not going to say it was more than 10 car gaps, but
it looked a bit.
Might have been. We'll just I'll just remind people, formation laps keep within 10 car lengths of the car in front. Everyone is lining up. We will do the camera angle that we looked at in Tier 2, looking down towards Turn 1 because the green light is, or the green flag is there, and we are now getting ready with the light sequence that is going to start. Because here at Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia, we are underway, and Nick BT gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start already. J Sarge makes a really good start, but HSV is already up into second place at the moment. Will he get through turn 2? The saviour Ferrari there as well. Got a few people moving. Chris Bailey's down into 8th. We've got Gene G's gone round as well. It is at the back, unfortunately for him. Saviour is now trying to protect himself from LRL, who has already passed him. J Sarge will be beginning to stretch that lead already. Mark Ainley is going round the outside of Eugene. No, that's not play. That Alfa Romeo got a bit twitchy. What happened with Gene Genie is Rob had just kind of went down the field slightly towards the back, and I think Camel Ballboy and Kid Dynamite have had a moment. Nope, there is Kid Dynamite, who's spun round. Yep.
I'm not sure with Rob, I was a bit further up the field.
Yep, Stu, I think people are on yellow fuel already. Yes, J8 LRL is yellow. So maybe people have watched Tier 2 and thought, safety car.
6 million safety cars, we could
yes.
save a lot of fuel.
Well, we remember what happened in Brazil. People were counting on safety cars and it didn't quite happen in Tier 2. And there was some quite, let's just put it this way, squeaky bum time towards the end of that race.
All running out of fuel.
Yes, exactly. Ferrari 1-3 at the moment, LRL in between. LRL will be beginning to fuel save. J Sarge fastest man on track, as you would expect, 80%. Rob is past Alex. Alex is at a poor start as well. Alex has gone into the pits, so it looks like he has had a moment. Ollie and Andrew up into 15th and 16th in the Mercedes. They do need to score some points.
And there's a front wing for Alex.
I thought that unlucky for him. Wouldn't normally pit this early unless.
In as well. Let's
I think he had an issue. He had an incident with Kid Dynamite because did Dynamite? There you go, Kid Dynamite. I've called you Diddy Dynamite. That's your new nickname in Tier 1. Kid Dynamite had a moment coming through 4 and 5, so keep an eye on them. MTO with that very camo, luminous yellow helmet design there. Gatian has passed the Slayer going into turn 9. Good move there, soft on medium tyres. Nick BT unlucky with that drive-through penalty for the jump start, but it's a kind of slam dunk. Go early, you're going to get a drive-through penalty, which he has to serve within 3 laps, so he's got to take it this lap or next lap. Back to the front. J Sarge half a second clear of LRL, who's 0.6 of a second clear of Saviour. DRS has now become activated at the end of this lap. Mandy hard torn between LRL and J Sarge for the win. But there we go. Look at that.
It could be a good call on that one.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. J Sarge set a fast lap, then immediately LRL took an immediate Saviour. Oh, virtual safety car. We have one of the Williams who has lost it coming between 15 and 16, who has gone into the pits. So virtual safety car has neutralised the field. It's not probably what Camel Ballboy and co wanted. Alex would have wanted a full safety car. But what I was going to say is, fastest lap went from J Sarge to LRL to Saviour and to Eugene. Those top 4 are pretty much there. Mark Ainley's holding on to them with his fingertips, but Larapel will be hounding him upon the restart. Mike there 2 seconds back. Chris Bailey up until 8th place at the moment. Lando Norris's biggest fan. Reece Wickham 9th and Nick in 10th. But Nick will have to serve that drive-through penalty this lap. I'm just trying to think actually if you can serve it under the virtual safety car. Not 100% sure if you can.
Virtual, but you can't with full safety car, can you?
No, and Kid Dynamite has become unlucky because VSC's over. Oh, and Nick BT nearly lost it coming out of the chicane, but Kid Dynamite's got a drive-through penalty as well because he was on the wrong side of the Delta.
I wonder if Chris Bailey's wearing his Lando Norris hoodie.
Oh, he might be. Who knows? Who knows? Over the next couple of weeks, we will tell you more about charity event race on April 20th, Wednesday, April 20th. Full 100% race around Abu Dhabi and full qualifying There we go. LRL still yellow on fuel. DRS open for him. DRS open for Saviour. Nick BT in the pits. That's his drive-through penalty. Let's just jump on board with that Haas and have a look at the sort of difference between these two, because again, the two very much at the top of the championship, two outstanding drivers in Tier 1. And you can kind of see they're almost just mirror image of each other. They're taking the same lines, kind of choosing the same roughly braking points. And it just looks quite nice. Now that virtual safety car will have helped LRL with his fuel saving, because he is yellow at the moment, but probably won't have helped him the fact that Saviour's still behind him. Let's see, he is gaining on J Sarge though. The top three have kind of detached Ujoni, and Ujoni's got Mark Ainley all over the back of him as well. So we've got two battles in the top six. First to third and fourth to sixth all having this little battle. I'll tell you one thing though. I don't know. I was about to say I think Jason.
Ninth for doing it as well.
Yeah. G-Star's gone. He has indeed. Are we going to have a full safety car? We are indeed. And Reese is gone. So where's Reese gone? Reese is gone coming out of the
final corner.
And he's definitely lost it. I'll tell you one thing. Monster and Rob have pitted, and it's come at the proper moment for them. But remember, Camel Ballboy goes drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. But bearing in mind that the safety car has not picked up the leaders yet. Lap 5, it's too early, Mark, for a one-stopper. So you're committing to a two-stopper if you pit now. If you don't pit now, could you get to a one-stopper? It's possible.
I think you could. Everybody's going to be in the same boat anyway.
Oh, Saviour's had a moment because Saviour's dropping down the field. Saviour's come off of turn 9. And he has gone. The man who was in third place up until, about 25 metres ago is no longer in third place because he's dropped to 8th. Just shows you though. You kind of, and this is the thing, you come out of virtual safety car, you maybe don't have those tyres heat up as well, or your kind of concentration goes a little bit on the safety car, and you can quite easily be in the barriers, or round you go. Late call by JSAR's there to go into the pits. LRL has also pitted. So is Johnny, so is Mark Ainley, so is Larapel, so is Mike, so is Chris Bailey, so is Saviour. Will Gatian go in? No. Neither does O'Fatch. Neither does Ollie. Ollie stays out, but you'd expect to on those mediums. Nick BT will be a little bit behind, but there we go. Tell you what, who is there? J Sarge is out in front of LRL. Ujoni there as well. Mark Ainley. It's pretty much as you were in terms of those positions. But that's key. I mean, Gatian on the softs. So, and remember, and let's remember that in the two races he did in Tier 4, he won them both and got fastest lap in both. So it's not new to him to lead off of the safety car. He'll know what to do.
To see a McLaren leading Tier 1.
Well, yes, yes. It would be unusual to see him leading in Tier 3 as well, though, to be fair. And maybe Tier 4.
Unusual to see him leading in reality at the moment.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. Reese leaves the session. G-Star has retired as well. Andrew got front wing damage, that's why he pitted, but he's in 14. Now, here is something we haven't seen yet. Rob, Andrew, in the Diddy Dynamite, on the hards. Now, normally safety car chat would come in at this point. There's many of it. However, I'm going to focus on those hard compound runners. They are obviously gambling on going to the end. I'm going to go again. I don't think it's the right gamble. I think medium compound tyres, yes, not hards. I think they're going to be gobbled up by Alex. They're going to be gobbled up by the Slayer. Camel Ballboy will just eat them up. And Kid Dynamite will probably lose a bit of time. I just don't think it's the right move to make. But they may
fancy the hards for this long.
No, not 23 laps in essence. Because
track either.
No, I think there will be another safety car. I think that is going to be fundamentally the case. If Gatian can do another 5-6 laps, he could go to the end. Ofach and Ollie can definitely do a one-stopper. J Sarge is going to have to come in again, as is LRL, as is Udoni. Interestingly enough, Mark Ainley put softs on again, as did Saviour. So they definitely have to pit again, because there's no way but they've got to do 2 compounds. But Lirapel, MTO, Chris Bailey. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Kenichiwa says there'll be another safety car. Indeed.
Might be multiple, yes.
Yeah, well, by this point in Tier 2, I think we'd had 2 and a virtual safety car. In Tier 1, we've had a virtual safety car and 1 safety car. So there we go. Camel Bobby's in the pits. He's put the hard compound tyres on. Rob's had a moment. The 2 Alpines have had a moment because Rob's down to 17th. So I don't know whether that was a coming together, perhaps, because Rob was just behind Andrew and in front of Alex. So a moment has happened. The 2 Alpines down in 16th and 17th, Williams in 15th, Red Bull of Alex 14th, Monster in 13th, Nick BT in 12th after his drive-through penalty. Saviour in 11th in the Ferrari. Remember, he was 3rd at one point, and then lost places in the safety car. Chris Bailey 10th, Mike 9th, Laura Petal 8th, Mark 7th, Damien 6th, Hamburger 5th, Jason 4th, Ollie 3rd, Ofach 2nd, and Gatian in the lead.
I bet Ollie's rubbing his hands together at this. He started near the back because of a qualifying ban. He's now running 3rd.
He will be a happy man in that Mercedes, and Mercedes this season haven't had much to smile about in most tiers. Toto not a happy man, and we continue for another lap of the safety cars. There,
he's smashing more headphones.
he's definitely doing that. Here you go. Australia is the only continent in the world without an active volcano. Now, if you think about the size of Australia, it is slightly bigger than the United States, but it hosts no active volcanoes. It is home to one of the world's largest extinct ones, the Tweed volcano, located in northeastern New South Wales. It's thought to have been dormant for about 20 million years. Why no lava action these days? Well, due to its position in the middle of the Indo-Australian plate, mainland Australia doesn't sit over any major geological faults or anything like that, so some of its external territories, like Heard Island being one, does, however, and its volcanoes are active, but it is an external territory, it is not the country itself. So Australia has no volcanoes, the only continent not to have any volcanoes in it. Always worth a bit of geography, as we keep saying, in MRC. Talking
University.
Yes, exactly. Talking of mountains, and whilst we've got another half a lap of safety car, didn't mention this in Brazil, but Brazil's highest mountain is the Pica de Neblina. It's called Mist Peak in English, and it's on the border with Venezuela. It's 3,000 metres, so about 10,000 feet above sea level. Due to it almost being permanently shrouded in cloud, it wasn't discovered, hear this, it wasn't discovered until the 1950s. And it was first ascended in 1965, 12 years after Everest. But how can you not see a mountain? Okay, the cloud, yes, but how can you not see a mountain? How can you not know it's there? Anyway, there we go. Safety car in this lap, though. You'll all be glad. Here we go. Gatian becomes the de facto safety car leader. Let's just kill the MI and let's see where he goes. He's gone now. He's gone quite early. Konnichiwa beat Jason.
That's a genius move or not.
It is indeed. He's managed to get a bit of a gap there. Let's now just turn back to the intervals. It maybe ran slightly deep there. Andrew gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. That will not impress him in the slightest. Ollie's going to have Jay Sarge trying to go around the outside of him. Ollie doesn't battle that. That is not his race at the moment. And Jay Sarge on those fresher tyres. Now hunting down the AlphaTauri of Ofach. LRL Hamburger will now need to get past that Mercedes quickly.
Jay Sarge got a hell of a run off turn 2.
He did indeed. Let's see what he can do though as they come down now into turn 9. Jay Sarge, G-Star has left the session, he's already out. Gatian maybe just taking a while for those soft compound tyres to heat up again after they went through a heat cycle. Jay Sarge hounding down Ofach. But again, he can play his time. LRL has been passed by Mark Hanley and something. There we go. Ollie's lost it. Ollie's lost it. He's not lost the front wing and he's not lost his tyre. He is there, but he has lost it. Oh, I'll tell you one thing, that is not what Ollie wanted. Jay Sarge will come back to that shortly, but Jay Sarge is hounding the back of Ofach. Mark Hanley, the AlphaTauri teammate of Ofach, is saying to Jay Sarge, stop bullying my teammate, I'm coming for you. But Ollie just seemed to just lose it coming out of that chicane. I don't know whether there was any contact, but I wonder if it was those medium tyres again trying to heat up again.
No, there was no contact. I was on board with the car just behind.
Tell you what, Jasar's just got another great run out of turn 2. Is he going to try and do the same move on Ofach as he did on Ollie? Ofach is trying to hold him round. Oh, he doesn't this time though. AlphaTauri's now running 3 and 4. LRL has either got some damage that we can't see or has had another moment because he's down in 8th. He's behind Mike, he's behind Larapel and Ujone, so certainly something has happened. Let's keep an eye on LRL. Sector 1, we've got now Aston Martin and that's Camel Ballboy into the wall the wrong way and he's just clattered the wall. And he's lost his front wing and he's probably damaged his rear wing. Yeah, not the greatest of races for Camel. But there we have it. Gatian leads the Grand Prix on lap 10. We have had a virtual safety car and a full safety car, folks. Gatian has not pitted yet. Neither has Ofach. Neither has Nick BT. Ollie has pitted and is now onto the hards as well.
I think Mark Hanley could have Ofach into turn 1 here.
He is indeed. Just seen it just now. Two AlphaTauris side by side into turn 1. Yes, they do. Jay Sarge, though, is going to get DRS on Gatian in that McLaren as they come now down into turn 3. Is he going to make a move? No, he doesn't. I'll tell you what, Mark Ainsley's got. Oh, the two AlphaTauris just had a little moment. Ooh. Oh. Not what you want.
Sarge may have left some red paint on that McLaren then.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing, and he's hounding. I mean, he's all over the back of him. He's going to try and make a move as they go down into 6. What a move! He's just got much more pace.
He just makes places to overtake with you wouldn't normally expect.
Yeah, and Mark Ainley's trying to look after Gatian now. The two AlphaTauris had a moment because Ofach is trying to defend from Ujone. I wonder whether Ofach got a little bit of wing damage because the two AlphaTauris, whether Mark Ainley break that little bit sooner, but certainly they had a little bit of contact. Gatian, those soft compound tyres will beginning to go off. Remember Mark Ainley on soft compound tyres as well. Is he going to go up the inside into there? Yes, he does. Oh, what a clean move. Oh, and Gatian's. Oh, I think he got a little bit of a swapperoonie there. And he might be pitting shortly as Gatian, but Mark Ainley now going after Jay Sarge. Well, I'll tell you one thing, LRL must have some damage. Sherwin completely agree with me when he says Codemasters should add it for tyre degradation. There are lots of things I think we would love to see. Monster's retired, Andrew's lost it. And we're going to see where the Mercedes lost it. It is coming out of the chicane in 11 and 12, and we have our second safety car of the evening. This is safety car chat. Yes, indeed it is. Well, there are many things, and if Codemasters are listening, watching, as we would expect you to. I think we definitely would want to see some more MI on tyre degradation. I think it would be really good to give us the ability to choose more of the camera angles. There's some really good camera angles that can be used now, but we're obviously limited to broadcast or TV pods, so it'd be quite good to get a free choice of that. And it would just be good to get some of the MI that perhaps we would want to see. But I'm sure they will bring something in for us that will surprise us. Well, safety cars. And safety cars mean only one thing here in MRC Safety Car Chat. Now, I've brought this forward from Brazil last week because I didn't get a chance to talk about it at all. We talked a little bit earlier. Mandy, what do you call a lion wearing a stylish hat? We do have a couple of pit stoppers. Oh, J Sarge is coming in, as is Mark Ainley, as is Gatian. This has worked beautifully for Gatian. Simba. Are you wearing a stylish hat tonight, Mark? A dandelion. Oh, there we go. Oh, happy days.
I'm not wearing a hat at all. I just thought it'd be a good comment.
There we go. There we go. We will give you the run around. Sherman says, do you hear 2022 is going to support VR? That would be interesting if it does. We'll get to that in more detail, of course. So yeah, brought this from Brazil. Amazon Germanicism, which is all about Germany. Oh, Camel Ballboy's left the session. Is that some connectivity issues? Unfortunately for him, he is going round his car. Unlucky, Andrew. It will hopefully get better, sir. Eugenie leads at the moment. Let's just have a look at the tyres just before we go into safety car chat. 7th lap on those mediums. Kid Dynamite on those hard compound tyres, up in 5th place. I think he's the only one so far to have made them actually work. J Sarge 7th, Mark Ainley just behind him there on the mediums. They can get to the end. Saviour now up into 9th, Gatian 10th. That's done him no problems at all. Alex 11th, Genie 12th. Fatch in 13th. Now, a number of the Nazi party in Germany fled to Brazil after the Second World War, including Joseph Mengele. Now, interestingly enough, there was a fascination with twins from Joseph Mengele, but the high rate of twin births in the town of Candido Godoy, near the Argentinian border, has been attributed to him, but it has been disproven, but it is an interesting one. They also sent an expedition to Brazil in 1935 with a view of setting an outpost in the Amazon. According to the author Jens Glusing, one of the party died during the trip. Glusing found a 9-foot-high wooden cross etched with certain signs of that party on a tributary of the Jari River. The inscription read, Josef Greiner died here 2nd of Jan 1936, a death from fever in the service of German research work. So there you have it, folks. More history into the land of Brazil.
Fancy lessons.
Exactly. I'll tell you one which is more fun-filled. Former Prime Minister, Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke set a world record for sculling 2.5 pints of beer in 11 seconds. Hawke later suggested that his drunkenness was the reason for his great political success. I think our British leaders may have decided to indulge in the drinking recently. Parties that we can't talk about.
Yeah, let's avoid that subject before we get copyrighted or shut down.
Metropolitan Police. Hello. But yes, so there you go, have it, folks. You could be in Australia where your Prime Minister drinks 2.5 pints of beer in 11. How do you even do 2.5 pints in 11 seconds? That's pretty much a pint every 4 and a bit seconds. That's ridiculous.
Looks like pouring it down the sink.
Yeah. I mean, okay, you can do it with bottles and a straw and, like, tornado it down, but, yeah. Okay. If we have another safety car, folks, we have the following. We have Hit the Frog and Toad. We've got Smoko, Garbo, Bolo, Botlo and Arvo. We've got Lobster, Pineapple and Grey Nurse. we've got the largest property in the world, and we have the white stuff that falls onto peaks.
Snow?
Yes, exactly. Snow, yeah. Peaks. There you go. Gatian is down in 10th. He was the safety car de facto at the end of the first one. Ujori is the de facto safety car now. Mike's behind him. LRL up to 3rd. So, but again, though, these are the ones who haven't pitted. J-Sarge's de facto race leader. When does Ujoni go? Oh, he's low! He lost it! I think he went! Is Mike going to have to hand the positions back as he lost it coming out of the final corner? Not going to know if that quite worked, but Chris Bailey was trying to go up the inside of MTO there. LRL's kind of got him back, but yeah, Ujoni lost the rear end as he came out of the final corner as if he just got the power down too quickly. Chris Bailey's dropped, he's up into 4th, going up the inside of Mark Ainsley there. Have to get it right, it's not Mark Ainsley. But there we go. Bergen trumpets are going.
You're the giver of names, you can call them whatever you want.
Exactly. There we go in the Alpha Tauris. Mark Ainley there. LRL up into 3rd. Mike is 2nd. That wasn't an Australian Mike. Mark Ainley is trying to look up the inside of LRL as they come now into turn 9, and he does make it happen, and he squeezed LRL a little bit more. Nick BT's retired. Oh, so the other Haas is gone. Not quite sure where Camel Ball Boy is because I can't see him on the track, but apparently he's behind Nick BT, but he's not. And there is a virtual safety car. We did say we might finish tier 2 the same day. We might finish tier 1 the same day as well, who knows. But virtual safety car, all the drivers have to reduce their speed by 40%. They will set time deltas that they have to adhere to. If at any point they go red, they have 14 seconds to recover and go green. And if at the end of the virtual safety car they are in negative territory, they will get a drive-through penalty. Ujoni leads, MTO 2nd, Mark Ainley 3rd, Chris Bailey 4th, LRL 5th. And the VSC is now over. So there we go. J-Sarge behind Kid Dynamite. Mediums versus hards, but Kid Dynamite and J-Sarge has just got a truly launch off 2 again, and he's going to go round the outside. He's trusting Kid Dynamite, and his trust has been repaid. MTO has passed Ujoni, because Ujoni has lost it coming through turn 5. He's lost a number of positions because he's just lost one at Mark Ainley as well. It's a double M, it's an M&M 1-2. Not the M&M, obviously, because that's you and Mr. Hodgson, but yeah. There we go. Ujoni down to 3rd. Chris Bailey hounding him now. Bailey is right on the back of that Alfa Romeo. We'll be treating it like the rear end of a donkey. So let's see. J-Sarge hounding LRL now, and that's that. It was LRL hounding J-Sarge a few laps ago at the start, but it's now the opposite way around.
I tell you what, I won't J-Sarge hounding my gearbox.
Nope, I remember it once in a wet Spain. Nope, didn't like it. Didn't like it. He's got a much better run out of LRL. Ujoni is pitted, so maybe he's got some damage, or he's just decided 10 laps on those mediums is more than enough. But here comes J-Sarge. Looking at LRL. No, he doesn't. He decides to just hold back. He looks to get a better run out of turn 2, where he just seems to get much more of a better run. LRL is looking at Chris Bailey. Chris has slightly become detached to Mark Ainley in front. He's probably defending more from LRL. But let's jump back to the battle at the front, which is MTO and Mark Ainley separated by 0.3 of a second. Wow. Looking forward to this race on Wednesday, Mark?
I'm not so sure.
2 safety cars and 2 VSCs in Tier 1 already.
If I can avoid the drama, then maybe.
Oh, Camel Bob Boy's left the session. He has gone. Unfortunately, the other Aston Martin. And Mark Ainley was on the ERS and DRS there. And he's gone round the outside of MTO. Great pass there from Mark Ainley. Superb overtake there. Chris Bailey in 3rd, LRL in 4th, and J-Sarge in 5th. tell you one thing though, Kid Dynamite is on those hard compound tyres. He is staying with J Sarge. Okay, J Sarge is maybe being held up a little bit by LRL, but it's still good to see that Kid Dynamite is still keeping there. But let's see what J Sarge can do. He's 4/10 of a second down. LRL is looking at Chris Bailey, but he's not quite there yet. Chris Bailey now suddenly gained on the back of MTO. Mark Ainley, though, looking to go and increase his lead. 0.8 of a second. At the moment, it's all kind of calmed down slightly, to be fair. Ollie gets 3 seconds for track limit infringements. Quite a few others have as well. But J Sarge is kind of in a bit of a... he's in a bit of a strange race, because LRL's going to get DRS. He has DRS. It is a DRS right now. He is looking. Is he going to go up the inside? No, he thinks better of it. You don't want to be trying to overtake there, Jason. I've seen many a wrong move happen there. Kid Dynamite still staying, but Kid Dynamite is saviour. Alex is retired. Alex has lost it. Coming out of the chicane, we have safety car number 3. 2 virtual safety cars, folks. 3 safety cars. We've only done 18 laps.
And it's safety car central.
It is. Ollie gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. LRL is pitted. So is Saviour. So is O'Fatch. Ollie is pitted as well. Alex says 1 mistake and bye-bye. That is this track. That is the unfortunate nature of this track. 1 mistake can have you gone completely. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Because those that have just pitted have all put the soft compound tyre on. If I was Kid Dynamite, I would have pitted. I wouldn't have stayed out. Because it would be at a disadvantage.
No, I wouldn't either, not on hard.
No. J Sarge, Rob, Larapel, they can get to the end. But I would still have pitted.
I'd have pitted if I were Mike and Bailey as well.
Well, yes, I agreed, yes, I would have as well. I mean, Mike and Chris are going to have to pit again. I don't actually like calling him Chris, because I know that's his name, but we don't do that on MRC, especially when it's me.
Right, David Bailey then.
David Bailey today, yes, David Bailey today. Blowhole Bailey, that's it, exactly. To be fair, I need to try and find a local Australian name for him.
Blowhole down under in an Australian accent.
Blowhole? Wait a minute. Well, Australia, we like it here. Australia. Blowhole Bailey down under. No, that really doesn't work.
It was good for entertainment.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was good for entertainment.
One day I'll get you to sing.
Well, yes, maybe. Actually, let's just look for some popular Australian nicknames whilst we're on the 3rd safety car. Because this is the thing, I have other safety car chat, but I'll need to get through Tier 3 on Wednesday with it. So I have to. I mean, that's 7 safety cars in 2 races so far. It's like Baku all over again. But I think the key thing is here, we obviously put the safety car to standard after the most recent update, not today's update, the previous update. But all of these safety cars are legitimate, so it's not it's not like we're just saying Barbie Bailey from Bergen. We will see.
Joey Bailey.
Yeah, Joey Bailey. Billy Lid Bailey. There we go. I'm just in the interests of humour. These are some Aussie nicknames, right? So if you want to call in the UK, you might say for your wife, your other half, or her indoors, or the missus, or something like that. No. In Australia, they use the term bomb thrower. I mean, it's technically correct. I mean, you don't want to get on the wrong side of them. But I'm not quite sure if you would say that in certain places, like an airport, for instance, which is fine. The trouble and strife means one's wife. Safety cars in this lap, you don't have to put up with this much more. So there you go, trouble and strife. Here we go. Here is a person who is an idiot or a fool. Dipstick, Drongo. I can't say. Sorry, the third one. Ends in head and dropkick. There we go.
Imagine that going through customs.
No, I know.
Business or pleasure. Just going on holiday with bomb thrower.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah, but you're detained.
Exactly. Barbara Bailey, says Ryan. Ryan Barbara Bailey. Nope, let's not go there. Ryan Barbara Bailey. Sorry, Ryan. I've just married you and Blowhole Bailey. Easy. Here we go, folks. Mark Ainley is the man at the moment who is going to take us through. Has he went already? Oh, he got the rear end out there as well, but he's decided he has gone already. He is looking to make hay whilst the sun shines, because he's got 9 laps.
Trying to get past Blowhole as well.
He is indeed. Is he going to go up the inside? He late breaks, and Chris knows that is not his fight again. He's probably missed the opportunity to pit. MTO did as well, but we will see how it goes. Mark Ainley will be just looking to get off the rocker and go for it here in Melbourne. 14 drivers left. How many more will we lose before tomorrow? That is the thing. Gatian in 11th, Ollie up into 10th, LRL down in 9th, Saviour in 8th. Remember that these are the ones who put the soft compound tyre on, so they will be hunting down La Rappel. Robin 6th, Kid Dynamite in 5th, the 2 Alpines there. Chris Bailey 4th, J Sarge hunting down Mike. Mark Ainley 1.8 ahead already. Safety car number 4. Why have we got a safety car? Why? Why?
Masses at it again.
Is it O'Fatch? Mandy's just said O'Fatch is gone.
Yeah,
we didn't see it.
As well.
Yeah, we didn't see it. So, and the car has been cleared. So, but it obviously was bad enough that. Was there some collision? Because Gatian's going in the pits. Let's just see. O'Fatch went at turn 4, says Ryan. Oh, we were too busy focusing elsewhere. Right. Okay. So safety car picks them up. Is it a new front wing for the McLaren? No, it's not. But he goes onto the soft compound tyres. Love it when the audience tell us when things have happened because we're too busy watching other things.
Yeah, you managed that last week as well.
I know, I did. I know. I was like, what's going on here? Sorry, what's going on? I sound I feel like a bit like Chris Kamara. What's going on, Jay? What? A red card? What's this all about? No, don't know anything about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MRC, land of the safety car. 8 safety cars tonight. 3 virtual safety cars. Probably more laps round the safety car than we have had actual racing.
Highlander driver of the day.
Exactly, in both tiers. I'm going for it. I will be messaging Rob very shortly. Bert Mainlander is the driver of the day.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same.
Yep. We will see who, what, where. Interesting as to where we are. Let's just look at tyre strategy. Kid Dynamite on the hard, still up in 5th, good for him. Then got the mediums of MTO and Chris Bailey, 16 lap old. So they're technically talking about taking the mediums 22, 23 laps. Now, Andrew said before this race, he did 22 laps on a set of mediums. So it is possible. So I think it's too late to pit now. They would lose too much time. So they may as well go with it.
Safety car.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's not doing much damage to your tyres. Penalties. Drive-through penalty for Ollie. He still needs to take that, so that's going to bump him down to the bottom of the field. The Slayer's got 6 seconds. Chris Bailey and Kid Dynamite and MTO have 3 seconds. So actually not a lot of penalties tonight either, which is good.
Let's hope not a lot of stewarding hands up either.
Yeah, that's always a positive.
I've been trying to deal with tier 2 whilst doing comms.
There we are. Right, so here we go, right? If you wish to try and attempt at an Australian accent, please take the time to listen to an actual Australian and not someone like a British or American stand-up comedian or actor. You will only embarrass yourself.
I think you do that without help.
I do that without help anyway. I mean, next week we're in Abu Dhabi. I'm not, and I'm saying this right now, I will not be doing a United Arab Emirates accent at all. Let's see what else we are. Let's just see. Grew up in Melbourne. I've travelled this land a bit and now live 120 kilometres away from the city in rural Victoria. Rule of thumb for Australia seems to be that the further you get from the cities, the greater the variance in regional patois and dialect idioms. From a viewer in Australia.
Yes, Mandy, I think the underfueling plan could have worked.
Well, this is the problem though, because you know what's going to happen in tier 3 or 4. Everyone will underfuel and there'll probably not be a safety car. But yeah, I'll
forget to put safety car on in settings.
In tier 3. There we have it. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to find some more. I'm just trying to find some things. Actually, to be fair, I don't think there is anything else. Let's just see. No, that's all good. Are we going to get a safety car in this lap? Are we going to get 5 laps of racing? Yep, it is as well. Cheryl becomes Shez in Australia. So Cheryl Cole, Tweedy, Fernandez Husini, whatever your name was. If you're watching MRC, you're called Shez. There we are. If any other girls allowed people are watching, welcome. There we are. Let's see. Don't think the safety car's coming in. No, is it? Yes, it is. It is indeed. So Mark Ainley becomes the de facto safety car again. And he's gone early again. And he got the rear end stepping out already. MTO's got Jay Sarge alongside him near enough. The front wing of the Mercedes is at the rears of the Aston Martin. Is Jay Sarge going to make a move up into turn 1? Yes, he does, but Mike fights it. And they stay there. Jay Sarge's going to get a better run now down though to turn 2. But they're both using ERS. Remember that the MTO's on 16, 17 lap old mediums compared to Jay Sarge. Jay Sarge's going to try and hang it around the outside. It's going to become the inside. And MTO's going to try and hang it around. And there we go, Jay Sarge up into second place. Great battling there.
Remember, Jay Sarge is in a Ferrari, not a Mercedes.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not in season 4.
Nope, that is true indeed. Chris Bailey is in 4th hunting down MTO. Kid Dynamite is hunting down Chris Bailey on those hard compound tyres. Xavier in 6th in the Ferrari, Larapel 7th, Gene Genie 8th, LRL. Now past Gene Genie coming down into the 11 and 12 chicane. And Ollie's going to have to serve his drive-through penalty, so he's racing whilst he can. Chris Bailey currently in 4th place, chasing down MTO. Jay Sarge is chasing down Mark Ainley. 1.9 seconds the gap, 5 laps to go. Tell you what, Mark Ainley is going to be eyes on stocks for the rest of this lap and race. Is Chris Bailey going to make a move on MTO? No DRS yet. End of this lap will be DRS. Chris Bailey has got Kid Dynamite and Xavier behind him. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. Xavier is going round the outside of Kid Dynamite as we go down into turn 3. Looks like Dynamite maybe just got a little bit squirrely coming out of 2. But there we go. Jay Sarge 1.4 now, so it's come down by half a second in the opening sector of this lap. That's not what Mark Ainley needed to see. Or hear. But here we go. Chris Bailey's having to defend from Xavier. That's going to make him out of position slightly for coming on the rundown from 10 to 11. And Xavier's past him. Xavier goes up into 4. Chris Bailey's got to watch because he's got Dynamite all over him as well. Wow. There you have it, folks. Larapel, Gatian. 7th and 11th for McLaren's LRL is hounding the back of that McLaren. Wonder if LRL did pick up the damage though at some point, because he really just hasn't seemed to be, the pace just hasn't seemed to be there since the early kind of opening lap, so not good from there. Eugoni in 10th, DRS now enabled, and Mark Ainley won't like that because Jay Sarge is, well, half a second behind the AlphaTauri, but we'll jump on board with the Ferrari man and we'll watch it unfold, because I'll tell you one, Jay Sarge got into the dirty air there of the AlphaTauri and had to kind of swap ends there slightly. Tell you what though, again, most of the field, we've got 13 runners left and 6 of them have got track infringement penalties, so that's really good to see. So pretty much 7 runners, majority of the field, no penalties.
Were it the same 13 runners in Tier 2 as well?
Possibly, yes. To be perfectly honest. Possibly is the answer to that one. Jay Sarge is gaining. Jay Sarge gaining on Mark Ainley, and he's going to get DRS. He runs a little bit wide coming out of the chicane. Chris Bailey gets another 3 seconds to his time. But Mark Ainley, it's going to really be down that pit straight. But even if he can defend on the pit straight, it's coming out of turn 2. Oh! Jay Sarge goes into the back of Mark Ainley! Almost as if the AlphaTauri braking early caught him out there. Wonder whether he's got any front wing damage. He will get DRS. But I wonder if the braking of the AlphaTauri just slightly earlier caught him out. Kid Dynamite's past Chris Bailey. Oh, I'm saying Jay Sarge will be... Oh, Jay Sarge. He wasn't close. He was close enough, but he just got a bit squirrely coming out of turn 1, as did Mark Ainley. But wonder if there's some damage on the front of that Mercedes. We are watching it. We will keep an eye on what's going on in the background. Actually, whilst we're here, we'll just jump back to La Rappel and LRL, because they're having a ding-dong battle as well. But Jay Sarge, 4/10 of a second behind Mark Ainley. The battle, 2 and a bit laps to go, boys and girls. Rob gets 3 seconds. It's now 7 drivers with penalties and 6 without. The minority don't have penalties.
Rob, stop playing Gran Turismo so much.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Jay Sarge.
We're running on him here.
He is. He's going to try round the outside. If Mark Ainley tries to hold him out, he will. And he does as well. He just kind of parks the AlphaTauri so nicely. The problem that he's now got is, and I think Jay Sarge broke that little bit earlier coming into turn 15 because of what happened a lap ago. But look at this. Mark Ainley, 40% ERS. Jay Sarge, 14%. But here he goes, he's gaining, he's now going to move, is he going to try and make a dive? But we know how quick he is coming out of corner 2, turn 2, La Rappel has passed Chris Bailey as well. Chris is falling down the field, the blowhole is going down the hole. Oh, Jay Sarge last minute pulls out! And he gets Mark Ainley, he does! It was the latest, I don't know whether he was forced into it because Mark Ainley braked that little bit early, maybe he wasn't expecting it, but he had to pull out at the last minute. And he's got the lead. Yes. Wow. Mark Ainley gets 3 seconds for the bad news, and that means the Saviour is in 3rd, and Jay Sarge, the 2 Ferraris, penalty free in the top 5.
Don't speak too soon, commentators curse and all that.
Well, we've got 1.5 laps to go in this Le Mans style Australian Grand Prix tonight. But here we go. Mark Ainley will get the DRS, remember, and he's going to look to go. He's going to try and make the move up the inside of Jay Sarge as they now come in. Problem is, he's got that 3-second penalty, so Jay Sarge just has to sit on the rear of that AlphaTauri, and he doesn't have to do anything. Mark will be looking to take the win on the road, of course, but it's doubtful that he will be able to take it in reality because of that 3-second penalty. It's like he just got, when he got passed by Jay Sarge at that last moment, he just got a little bit kind of angry in that helmet. Let's see what he can do again. Sarge stays behind him coming into turn 1, but we know the place he likes to attack is turn 2. He gets a good run down there. Ainley looking. J Sarge going to go around the outside, not quite alongside to make that move count. And there we go, LRL past Lirapel. Chris Bailey is down to 8th. He's sinking down the hole quicker than you can say Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. But here, Mark Ainley leads 4/10. We're on the final lap here in Australia. A little bit of Australia. JSR second, Saviour third. If it stayed like this, it would be a Ferrari 1-2 after penalties are taken into account. But what a race this has been for Mark Ainley. Let's just look at position changes. He's up 4. Biggest winner, Kid Dynamite, up 6. Well done on those hard compound tires as well. Let's see, Mark Ainley. Is JSR going to try and make a move? He doesn't have to. I don't think he will, because Saviour would be there to collect the spoils. But the Ferrari boys are going to take to Maranello a decent result. Kid Dynamite's past Mike on the hard compounds, and the Slayer's gone. It's now 12 runners. But here comes Mark Ainley. He's going to take the victory on their track. He won't take it in reality though, but he gets his moment, because J Sarge will take the victory and Saviour takes second. Kid Dynamite, well done sir on those hards. But he doesn't finish 5th. He doesn't finish 4th, because LRL takes 4th, Lirapel takes 5th, Kid Dynamite 6th, MTO 7th. Chris Bailey's dropped down to 11th, so Genie A. Rob takes 8th, Eugenie 9th, Gatian takes the final point in the McLaren. Chris Bailey takes 11th. Blowhole kind of deflated himself towards the end. He did try and get to the end though, and what would have been about 22 or 23 lap tyres. The game says Rob's the driver of the day. Bernd Mylander definitely for me, and Ollie 12th. So 2 tiers, 12 finishes. Jason, what is that celebration? Get that changed. That is abysmal. Utterly abysmal. Get that changed for the next race. I will not be happy.
Both races had 12 people finish.
Exactly. 24 finishers out of a field of 40. 16 drivers retiring. Tier 3 and Tier 4, it doesn't matter if you lose out and out of the back of the field, because you could get points. There we go, J Sarge. Remember, all results are provisional pending Stewart's inquiries. J Sarge makes up Ferrari 1-2 because Saviour finishes second. Mark Ainley takes third. Well deserved. 5th to 3rd there. Unlucky with that 3 seconds, otherwise he might have had it. LRL 4th, Lirapel 5th, Kid Dynamite 6th. Well done on that one stopper. MTO did a one stopper as well. Genie 8th, Eugenie 9th, Gatian 10th. Chris Bailey tried a one-stopper, didn't quite work in the end. He was caught out on those fading tyres. Ollie unfortunately got a drive-through penalty. The Slayer didn't finish, neither did O'Fatch, neither did Alex, neither did Camel Bowboy, Nick BT, Monster, Reese or G-Star. Well, Tier 3 and Tier 4, it's going to be over to you on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Join me and the Blowhole Bailey himself for Tier 3. God help you. And
it's reinflated by them.
Well, this is it, exactly. And in Tier 4 on Wednesday at 20:45 UK BST, you have the Teesside Twosome. Morgan and Mr. Hodgson will be joining you for this. Mark, as always, thank you very much for this evening. It will be Tier 3 for you and Tier 4 for me on Wednesday evening. Better time to go and practice and find a high downforce setup. It seems to work around here. But there we have it, folks. Another entertaining and enthralling Monday evening here on Monday Race Club. We are here every single Monday as part of our season activities. Do subscribe to the channel, do ding the bell, and you will get notified when we go live. But from both Mark and myself, have a lovely evening.